Oh, she's awesome.
Copy.
What's
Yes.
up? She's awesome. Your whole team is just, I just want to say thank you. Like, everyone has been so wonderful to work with. And I'm a big believer when you see people doing great work to be like, you're doing great work.
Did Blake Lively really try to erase the truth from a leaked recording? That's the question shaking Hollywood right now. A mysterious 38-minute audio clip has surfaced online, reportedly involving Blake Lively, Claire Abe, and producer Steve Sowitz. The conversation sounds ordinary at first, until listeners begin to notice odd pauses and missing words that fuel one explosive theory that parts of the tape might have been trimmed before reaching the public. Online discussions are now asking whether the version circulating tells the whole story or just a carefully cleaned one. For now, no verified evidence confirms any manipulation, only speculation and unanswered questions. But one thing is certain, this leak has opened a new chapter in the debate over privacy, power, and digital truth in celebrity culture. If you're ready to uncover what might really be hidden between those edits, stay tuned, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, and join the conversation before the next revelation drops.
So thanks for...
It's been a long few weeks, actually.
Oh, I'm sure it's been a long few weeks, absolutely.
But, I think people can say what they want to say, and I don't know if you're watching the media at all.
No, I haven't. I don't know what's going on. No one's spoken to me about it, so I just know I don't know what happened on that set, but I know the media can turn really bad and negative, and I just rejoined TikTok for the film, and I was texting Rain, I was like, I rejoined it, it scares me, but I'm doing it. And just seeing how fast stuff blows up there too is really tough, really tough.
Well, I don't think you're going to have any issues with this film.
No, Steve, when I tell you our cast and just the response from people, just from the trailer.
Background: the leaked recording. The controversy began when an audio file nearly 38 minutes long was quietly uploaded and then rapidly shared across Reddit, X, formerly Twitter, and fan-run celebrity forums. The clip allegedly captures a private conversation between actress Claire Abe and producer Steve Sowitz, with parts that seem to reference actress Blake Lively. At first, it sounded like a typical behind-the-scenes industry chat, but soon the internet lit up with theories about whether this was an authentic leak or a strategically released recording. Listeners who claimed to have heard the full version said the tone shifted midway, moments of hesitation, odd transitions, and missing context that felt out of place. Within hours, Reddit threads were dissecting every second, comparing waveforms and debating whether someone had trimmed or altered the original file before it reached the public. Others questioned how the recording surfaced at all. Was it leaked by someone involved or passed through several hands before publication? Adding to the intrigue is a serious legal wrinkle. Illinois, where one participant was reportedly located, is a two-party consent state. Under Illinois law 7-20 ILCS 5-14-2, all parties must agree before a private conversation can be legally recorded. If the conversation was captured without mutual consent, the release could raise significant legal complications for whoever leaked it. But beyond legality, one question continues to dominate discussion boards. Is the version we're hearing complete? Some argue it's been clipped to soften certain exchanges, while others insist it's untouched. Until verified by experts or courts, no one can say for sure, but the mystery has already pulled thousands into the debate. The suspicious cut for many online sleuths. The most debated part of the leaked audio comes around a brief but jarring moment. A split second of silence that feels out of place. In this section, listeners noticed something strange when Claire Abe reacted to Steve Sowitz's words. The flow of conversation suddenly drops, almost as if a piece of dialogue was lifted out. Reddit users began replaying that exact timestamp over and over, slowing it down, amplifying the sound, even analyzing the waveform. What caught their attention was how the exchange seemed incomplete. Steve's sentence trails off, followed by a short gap, and then Claire replies as though she's responding to something that isn't there anymore. Fans started to wonder if that missing piece once contained a direct mention of Blake Lively, perhaps an unflattering comment or a revealing admission. Of course, there's no proof of deliberate editing, only speculation fueled by digital detectives online. But the timing is suspicious enough to keep people talking. If even a few seconds were altered, it could change the meaning of the entire conversation, especially if the removed phrase portrayed Blake as more involved in the situation than the current version suggests. The mystery of that missing moment has become a story of its own. Was it simply a recording glitch? Or did someone intentionally smooth over a part that might shift public perception? Until the full unverified source file is examined by experts, the truth behind the cut remains just out of reach, and that uncertainty keeps fueling the intrigue. The yikes controversy. If there's one line that ignited this entire debate, it's the now infamous yikes. That's icky. For casual listeners, it might sound like harmless banter, but for others, that short reaction has become the center of a storm. The moment appears right after Steve mentions an unnamed person or company, and Claire's immediate response, followed by a suspicious pause, raised eyebrows. Some online commentators believe that this was the point where a name, possibly Blake's, was edited out before release. What keeps fueling suspicion is how unnatural the rhythm feels. There's a beat missing, almost like a skipped frame in a film. Then comes the layered repetition, "Yikes, that's icky," followed by a faint thud in the background. Fans claim that this sound could mark where the original response was clipped, removing a potentially damaging or revealing exchange. Supporters of Blake Lively, on the other hand, argue that it's pure coincidence, just an awkward overlap in speech or an audio compression glitch. Still, threads on Reddit and fan forums have taken this single line apart more than any other. The debate isn't just about what's heard, but about what isn't. This small fragment has become a test of perception and bias. Does it prove editing, or are listeners hearing what they want to hear? No technical proof has surfaced yet, but the tension between interpretation and fact keeps audiences coming back, hoping someone somewhere might uncover what was really said in that missing moment. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to tap subscribe and hit the bell. More shocking updates are coming soon. In today's digital world, altering a recording can be as easy as editing a photo, and that's exactly what worries analysts following this case. Audio professionals online have explained how even consumer-level software can remove, blend, or mute words with almost seamless precision. With tools powered by AI, an edit can sound so natural that only detailed forensic analysis can reveal it. This is why experts and commentators stress caution. Without access to the original untouched file including its metadata, it's impossible to know whether the leaked audio was modified. The smallest splice, even a half-second cut, could change tone, context, and meaning. Fans argue that if the version circulating truly passed through multiple hands, any number of edits could have occurred along the way, intentional or not. Adding another layer of complexity, file compression from platform to platform can distort audio slightly, producing clicks, silences, or missing frequencies that mimic real edits. That means even an innocent upload could appear suspicious under close scrutiny. Forensic specialists point to internationally recognized procedures for verifying authenticity, such as those outlined in Best Practices in Forensic Digital Audio Authenticity Analysis, (EA). These guidelines describe how investigators examine waveform continuity, metadata integrity, and spectrographic patterns to confirm whether a recording has been altered. So, could the recording be edited? Technically, yes, it's entirely possible. But whether it was edited remains unverified. Analysts who have listened frame by frame emphasize that only a certified forensic team using the raw data could draw real conclusions. Until then, all claims remain speculative. This uncertainty has turned a single recording into a cultural case study, one that highlights just how fragile evidence becomes in an era where technology can blur the line between what's authentic and what's altered. The court connection. As online debates grew louder, legal experts began weighing in on the bigger issue. What happens if this recording reaches a courtroom? If any part of the leaked audio was altered, intentionally or accidentally, it could have serious consequences for everyone involved. Under U.S. evidence rules, even the slightest sign of tampering could render a recording unreliable, weakening its value in any legal setting. And then there's the question of how it was recorded in the first place. Reports claim that one of the participants may have been in Illinois, a two-party consent state where recording a conversation without both parties' approval is prohibited. That detail could turn the controversy from an online mystery into a potential legal matter. If the clip was captured or shared without full consent, it could expose the person who leaked it to penalties, regardless of its content. Beyond legality, this raises moral questions too. Should private calls ever become public entertainment, especially when context is missing? Lawyers commenting online note that even a legitimate, unedited recording can be misleading when heard outside of its full background. And when fans, gossip pages, and commentators all dissect snippets, truth often becomes secondary to the story. The court may eventually determine whether this recording stands as valid evidence, but for now, it serves as a warning. In an age where digital files can be duplicated and modified endlessly, the line between proof and perception has never been thinner. The Justin confusion. While the debate around editing dominates headlines, one detail in the conversation itself puzzled many listeners: the repeated mention of Justin. Throughout the audio, both Claire Abe and Steve Sowitz speak about him in glowing terms, calling him kind, professional, and well-liked. That positive tone clashes sharply with earlier online claims, suggesting tension or mistreatment connected to him. For several moments in the recording, Claire even agrees enthusiastically when Steve praises Justin, saying things like, "Yeah, it's good," and "How could you not love Justin?" These affirmations contradict any suggestion of hostility, leaving many fans confused about why his name was included in the conversation at all. Some speculate that the topic of Justin was introduced to steer attention away from the main issue. Others think it simply reveals how mixed the narratives around this case have become. What's clear is that the tone doesn't match the accusations previously circulating online. Instead of confrontation, the exchange feels casual, even friendly. That unexpected warmth makes listeners question the motive behind leaking the clip in the first place. If it was meant to support a claim against someone, why does it instead sound like mutual admiration? This inconsistency deepens the mystery surrounding the recording. Every mention of Justin feels like a reminder that not everything said online aligns with what was actually caught on tape. And for many followers, that gap between rumor and reality is what makes this story even harder to untangle. Fans' reaction online. Once the audio surfaced, the internet did what it always does: dissected every second. Within hours, Reddit threads had hundreds of comments, each user convinced they'd spotted something others had missed. Some declared the file obviously spliced, while others insisted it was authentic and that people were just over-analyzing ordinary pauses. On X, formerly Twitter, short clips from the recording spread like wildfire, paired with captions such as "Proof Blake's team hid the truth," or "Nothing was edited, stop reaching." The result was a digital tug-of-war between two camps. One side painted the situation as an intentional cover-up to protect reputations, while the other dismissed it as fan-driven hysteria. Influencers and pop culture commentators jumped in, offering their own interpretations, each version gaining thousands of views and adding new layers to the confusion. What makes this moment unique is how quickly the public assumed the role of investigator. Amateur audio editors uploaded slowed-down versions, soundwave visuals, and analysis breakdowns. Some even timed every silence and overlaid subtitles to show what they believed was missing. Still, none of these posts included verified proof. Even so, engagement soared. The controversy wasn't just about Blake or Claire anymore. It became a viral mystery that viewers wanted to solve together. And as the speculation spread, it blurred the line between truth and perception. Whether genuine or mistaken, the collective obsession turned one leaked file into an online phenomenon, the kind that shows how fast a rumor can outpace reality. Quick reminder before we dive deeper: make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next twist in this unfolding story. The image of Blake Lively. For years, Blake Lively has cultivated one of Hollywood's cleanest reputations. A respected actress, fashion icon, and philanthropist rarely caught in scandal. That's precisely why this controversy hit so hard. Fans who followed her career from Gossip Girl to global stardom struggled to reconcile her polished image with the messy, uncertain narrative surrounding this leaked recording. Many defenders argue that Blake's involvement is speculative at best, that her name was mentioned by others, and that no part of the clip directly implicates her in wrongdoing. Supporters highlight her long record of professionalism, charitable work, and her consistent avoidance of controversy. Still, online discourse doesn't always reward patience or nuance. For every post defending her, another thread accuses her of controlling the narrative or influencing the leak behind the scenes. Again, with no proof, just public curiosity feeding itself. This polarization reflects a larger truth about celebrity culture today. Even reputations built over decades can be shaken by a few seconds of unverified audio. The mere suggestion of manipulation, even without evidence, can spark a media frenzy. Yet others see this moment as a test of perspective, a reminder that rumors often say more about the audience than the person involved. For now, Blake has remained silent, neither confirming nor denying the online theory. That silence itself has become part of the story, leaving fans to wonder whether it's calm confidence, legal caution, or something else entirely. Either way, her name continues to dominate the conversation, proof that reputation and rumor often walk a very thin line. The Claire Abe question. While much of the spotlight has landed on Blake Lively, another key figure quietly shapes the mystery. Claire Abe, the actress said to be one half of the conversation in the leaked audio. Her voice drives most of the recording, yet her motives remain unclear. Was she gathering information, venting frustration, or trying to document something for her own protection? The internet can't decide. Some online discussions suggest that Claire recorded the call out of fear, worried that workplace promises were being broken, or that her concerns might be ignored. Others think she may have shared it with trusted parties for legal reasons, only for it to leak publicly later. Still, a more skeptical corner of the internet proposes a different angle, that the recording was strategic, a way to influence perception or pressure those involved. None of these claims have been verified, but each theory has its follower. What makes Claire's role so intriguing is her balance of tone throughout the call. She sounds calm, even friendly toward Steve Sowitz, never confrontation. Yet subtle hesitations, the pauses, the vague affirmations, make some listeners believe she was trying to lead the conversation somewhere specific. Did she expect to catch something revealing, or was she just expressing her side of a stressful situation? As public speculation grows, Claire hasn't released any formal statement. Her silence has only deepened the mystery, making her appear both central and peripheral, the person who holds the answers, but also the one least willing to speak. The bigger picture, beyond the gossip and speculation, this entire saga raises a much larger question about truth in the digital era. When almost anyone can record, edit, and upload content within minutes, how do we decide what's real? The Blake Lively audio debate isn't just a celebrity scandal, it's a reflection of how fragile credibility has become in an age of instant media and algorithm-driven outrage. Audio and video can now be modified so seamlessly that even experts sometimes struggle to identify manipulation. Meanwhile, audiences are quicker than ever to form conclusions, often before facts are confirmed. The combination of advanced editing tools, online virality, and emotional storytelling makes modern controversies nearly impossible to untangle. This situation also exposes how easily context disappears. A few missing seconds, whether accidental or deliberate, can transform an innocent remark into something that seems explosive. And once it spreads online, retractions rarely travel as far as the rumor. The court of public opinion moves faster than any legal process, and social media thrives on suspicion. Investigative journalism organizations warn about this exact phenomenon, how audio and voice cloning can be used to mislead, and how verifying authenticity is increasingly difficult. See, for example, Guide to Investigating AI-Generated Audio and Deepfakes, GIGN, How to Identify and Investigate AI Audio Deepfakes, for a deeper look at how synthetic media is disrupting what we think of as evidence. The leaked recording may eventually be analyzed by professionals and clarified, but the lesson remains. In the world of celebrity culture, every whisper can become a headline, and every headline can shape reality. What's unfolding here is more than a story about one actress or one record. It's about a digital generation learning, again, that evidence isn't always the same as truth. The bottom line, the truth will surface. In the end, this story isn't just about a mysterious audio file. It's about how quickly curiosity can turn into chaos. What began as a leaked 38-minute recording between Claire Abe and Steve Sowitz has evolved into a full-blown cultural moment, pulling in Blake Lively's name, sparking online investigations, and dividing fans around the world. Yet, after all the waveforms, theories and speculation, one truth remains: no one outside the investigation knows exactly what happened between the recording's first second and its last. Whether the cut was a glitch, a deliberate edit, or pure coincidence, the conversation has already exposed something deeper: our growing distrust of digital evidence and our hunger to uncover secrets in a world built on appearance. Until experts or courts verify the original file, everything else remains what it's always been: discussion, debate, and conjecture. Still, this saga serves as a reminder of how fragile reputations can be in the era of viral content. A single rumor, a single clip can reshape narratives overnight. And for those involved, Blake, Claire, and everyone caught in between, the coming months may finally bring clarity, or they may only deepen the mystery. But one thing's for sure: the truth, whatever it may be, has a way of surfacing eventually. If you've followed this far and want to stay updated as this story unfolds, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and turn on notifications. The next revelation could change everything, and you won't want to miss it.